of the strongest Twitter games in MMA right here.
Thank you.
You have fun with the fans. Some people don't do that. I love
it. I like interacting with people. I love people. So, it's always fun to interact. And usually I get a lot of positive feedback and love and support. So why not return it,
And not afraid to laugh at yourself too, like posting like me.
Oh, yeah. That's all right.
It's awesome.
We now welcome UFC light heavyweight Mike Rodriguez. Mike, thank you for the time, sir.
Yeah, no problem.
We will take the first question from Gabriel Gonzalez with Cape Side Press.
Sick question. Next question. Let me stop.
Sorry, 1 second, Mike.
Yeah, no, go ahead. Nobody stays in these rooms, right?
No, this room is just empty for media day.
It would suck if someone's like, dude, I'm trying to get a fucking nap in. Like, could you guys hurry it up?
I don't know if we've had this room for 2 months.
Yeah. I kind of like the bubble, honestly. I kind of like it. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's interesting. It's worked out well.
Yeah.
Good.
It's unmuted.
I didn't know if you guys were.
No,
they were ready.
They can't.
Okay, so they're struggling to something. I'll go first. So you can look here and I'll talk.
All right,
man. So first of all, you're back again. It's just been a few weeks. What was the biggest factor in you deciding to come back so quickly?
The opportunity was there. What they say, when the opportunity knocks, open the door. So open the door, the opportunity to come in and have a seat. So that's why I'm here.
And your opportunity is against a veteran of the sport, a guy that you've watched plenty of times, I'm sure. And so when you're fighting a guy that you do know so well and you've seen kind of over the years, does that add a little bit more, fuels the fire? Is it a little more fun to fight a guy that you recognize and you know about?
Mixture of all of it. Excuse me. It's cool to fight against somebody with so much experience because, it helps me test my skills. I've been fighting for 10 years, something like that. Jeez. So time flies. So just the fact that I develop my skills over time and I get to test it against somebody who who's been through it all. You know what I mean? It's fun. It's great.
You had the first experience of, coming to the Apex and fighting with no crowd and stuff just 2 or 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
And now you're going to do it again. What do you think of fighting with no crowd and kind of in this pandemic era of MMA, if you will?
I didn't mind it because I'm a contender series guy. So we didn't have a crowd anyways. So it was the same. Just go out there and just fight. I can't really focus on the crowd anyways when somebody's 205 trying to punch me in the face. So, yeah.
You talked a little bit about, in 2019, you had a lot of distractions going on and, with working as a bartender and all these things and being able to, just get enough sleep to train properly was difficult last year. Now this year, you said you got a refresh focus. Mm-hmm. You come in, it's a kind of a springboard for you this year. What has been the biggest change in the pandemic that has allowed you to kind of focus on you and get to where you want to be?
I would say the biggest change, I would say just being able to solely focus on fighting, nothing else. I don't have to worry about what's my schedule for next weekend? What do I need for the bar? To what cups I need? I don't have to focus on any of that other external stresses, I could just train. And I think this is the best moment for everybody. Because all we can do is what we love to do, which is train and fight. That's it. You can't do nothing else. You can't go to clubs. You can't, you know what I mean? You can't really go out to the restaurants, none of that. So just train and fight. So why not abuse that as much as possible?
And I wanted to ask, how satisfying was that win that you got just 3 weeks ago, coming off of the difficult end that you had in 2019, and then to get that big victory pretty quickly as well and come out healthy? How satisfying was it for you?
Oh, man, it was really satisfying. It's rejuvenating, because last year I went 0-2, so it sucked. Well, you want to get 1 won because one was a no contest. But even still, even that no contest, I lost, And so being able to spring back for a win, to get back in that winning column was just amazing. It's something what I needed, what my fan base needed, my friends, my family, like everybody who supports me. It was something that we needed. And it gave us hope that, we're still in this fight. We can still do it.
And when you get a win like that, and you ride an emotional high into this next one, considering it's just right around the corner. Sometimes you get a win and you wait 6 months, 8 months, a year, whatever. You're waiting 3 weeks before you jump back in there. Are you still kind of riding that emotional high and that momentum into this fight?
No. To me, I'm a reset person. So it's the past. You accept the past. It's over and done with. So I won 3 weeks ago. It happened. It's done. Had my fun the week after. You know what I mean? I camped with my family. It was great. And then I had to get back to work. So it's just back to work. It's like going from ground zero all over again. So we went up, then we went right back down to build back up. That's it.
Perfect. Thanks, Mike. I think someone else is going to ask a question.
It's just...
Yeah, Mike, we're going to try this again. We're going to take Gabriel Gonzalez from Cage Side Press.
All right, cool.
Hey, Mike, can you hear me this time? I'm sorry, man.
It's all right. Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, so if I missed it, I apologize. Technical issues. Just really want to ask how this fight came together seemingly so quickly.
So, after I beat Pretz, I was injury free. Didn't have nothing wrong with me. It was golden. And I got to I was at the airport, and Joe Lozon and Steve Mays, my two coaches, they both texted me. I was like, stay ready. Because the way everything's going right now, you don't know what can happen. Opportunity will come. So I said, all right, cool. So they're like, take your time, enjoy your time off. And then, the wife and the kids, we enjoyed our camping trip because we planned a camping trip the following week. And then right after that, I was done with the camping trip. I went right back to the gym. Did a little bit of work with some teammates. And then as soon as I was done training, got a phone call from Tyson, my manager, and he was like, hey, remember when I told you to stay ready? I'm like, yeah. He's like, we got something. You're fighting Ed Herman. And he's like, Tyson, you want to take the fight? I'm like, yeah, take that fight. Let's run it. And he was like, all right, yeah, cool. So that's how we ended up getting it. But I'm glad for Ed because he went through 5 or 6 opponent changes, right?
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, it's good. It's all good.
I mean, we'll certainly be asking him about that. Can I ask, you just fought recently, you're right back at the Apex. I'm assuming they have you at the same hotel in Vegas. I mean, does it feel like deja vu? I mean, when you're in the UFC, it's very rare that you're going straight back to the same exact place immediately.
I know, right? It just feels comfortable because I was already here, I'm a person that get comfortable quick. I was already here, so I already know how everything that happened and how everything works and everything. So I just adapted and just soak it all up.
Do you do things like ask for the same hotel room or anything like that?
No. Nah, I just took whatever they gave me.
Gotcha. You talk about Ed Herman. Obviously, this guy's got a lot more UFC fights than a lot of people. I mean, just talk about him and your assessment of him as an opponent.
Ed Herman's, he's good. He's tough. He's so tanky. I didn't realize how tanky he was until I went back and watched some fights. He's very tanky. So that's something that you got to take into consideration. Because I can't think of, I'm just going to go blow him out of the water in the first round. Guys like that, doesn't happen. So, I got to be smart, more persistent. Discipline, persistence is, I think, is not what I think, is what beats him, is that. So as long as I'm stay disciplined and stay persistent, I will get the win for sure. But yeah, he's good, and he's really good at bringing people into brawls. And he's a brawler himself, so he's really good at that. So it's gonna be awesome.
Hey, thanks, Mike. Good luck.
No problem. Thank you.
And we will take our next set of questions from Danny Segura with MMA Junkie.
Hey, Mike, just quickly, you said he was tanky. What do you mean by that?
I'm sorry, durable. He's very durable.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, no, I figured it'd be something along those lines. And obviously this is somewhat of a short notice fight for you. In these type of fights, like, is there much time to strategize, or do you kind of just go in there and fight?
Well, we didn't really have much time to game plan with him. So we just kind of just went in there and fight. The only thing we really like touched up on is like a lot of his clinch work. He has good clinch work. He's really good on the clinch. Granted, I know y'all like, well, you just won in the clinch, but yeah, his clinch is good too. So that's something to take into consider. It. He just has a different style of clinching. Muay Thai is my dominant background, so I have more Muay Thai clinching. He is his wrestling, so he has more that Greco Team Quest type of clinch. But it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be a clash of styles. It's gonna be cool.
Yeah, and as a guy that's, you know, I know you've been in the UFC now for a couple of years, but, you know, as a guy that's been fairly new, let's just say, is it nice to get these type of opponents, and are these the kind of names that you're looking for, like these veterans that, you know, have been around for quite some time and are quite well known by fans?
Yeah, it's awesome. I like this fight a lot. I really do. Matter of fact, I love this fight a lot. It's cool to fight someone from a whole nother generation, you know. I'm like more the newer breed, more the newer generation, and he's more the older generation. What inspired me to get here, he's one of the guys, you know. So it's cool to test your skills against the guys you was watching. I think it's awesome.
Yeah. And what about the weight cut? Obviously, another weight cut within a sort of short amount of time span. How do you feel weight cut wise? And is that ever an issue, like taking fights? Like, oh wait, let me check up on my weight first.
No, so I didn't balloon up, so that was good. They got me at a good time. I was like walking around, I would say like 223-ish, 225. So that's good. I was like, yeah. So that was more an incentive to take the fight because my weight was already low. So I was like, yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, for sure. And I know you're a Twitch streamer. What are you playing these days?
Recently I haven't been able to set up consistent stream schedule due to all the training I've been doing, but when I get back, I'll start focusing on that. And the game is always Siege. I play a lot of Siege. That's like my lifestyle game. But right now, what I've been playing in the room on Fight Week is Ghost of Tsushima. Man, that game is so fun. It's dope. Highly recommend it. It's really good.
Definitely gonna check that out. All right, thanks, Mike. Best of luck this weekend.
Thank you.
Thanks so much, Mike. That is all the time we had for you, sir.
Thank you, guys. You guys have a good one.